When was the last time you spoke English at length? Yeah, not just a handful of words or one or two sentences, but at length, a full page, an entire in-depth conversation. Well, my guess is that if you clicked on this video, the answer to that question is probably a long time ago or maybe even never. Luckily for you, in episode 27 of Super Sentences Speaking Practice right here, right now, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start with a simple sentence, something basic, easy, elementary, that everyone will be able to say without trouble. Then, this is where the magic happens. We are going to take that simple sentence and stretch it level by level, making it longer and more advanced, more complex. You can practice your English speaking skills by saying the sentence out loud with me, in other words, shadowing me, or by pausing the video and repeating back what I say. By doing this, we are training your brain to speak longer and more complex sentences. This is something that we very rarely have a chance to do out in the real world. If you like this video, please give me a like, leave me a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and guess what? This is episode 27. There are 26 more like it. So be sure to check out the full playlist as well. Link down in the comments. Here we are at level 1, and just as I promised, our sentence is short, sweet, and simple. Let's give it a shot. As a reminder, you can shadow me or pause and repeat. Let's take a slow read. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train. Again. A man lost his wallet on the train. Now, throughout the video, you're going to see some synonyms down here at the bottom of each page. Our main character in today's episode is this man. We could also say this guy. Yeah, this person who is male. There's another word here called dude. Yeah, this dude, but that's very casual. And a dude is usually a young guy in his 20s or 30s. We're not sure about the age of this man, so let's just avoid that in today's episode. Well, what happened? This guy, this man, he lost his wallet on the train. Yeah, he lost his wallet. He misplaced his wallet, we could also say. He couldn't find it. He dropped it. Maybe he set it down and then he got distracted and it slipped his mind. Slipped his mind. In other words, he forgot about it. Yeah, his wallet or billfold, we could also say. This little leather container that holds his money. Let's say this a few more times at a quick speed, and then we will level up and make things more challenging. Are you ready? A man lost his wallet on the train. Again. A man lost his wallet on the train. Once more. A man lost his wallet on the train. Notice how I'm blending these two words together when I'm saying it quickly, right? A man lost his wallet, lost his wallet, lost his wallet. All right, we've leveled up, and as you can see, some blue text has been added to our super sentence to make it harder, to make it more challenging. Let's dive in to level 2 with a slow read together. Let's do it. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour. During rush hour. During this time, right? So in the middle of rush hour, at the time of rush hour. But what is rush hour? We could also say peak time, peak traffic time, the busiest time of day for traffic, the busiest commuter time. Could be early in the morning around 8 o'clock when everyone is on their way to work, right? All of the commuters The commuters, the people who travel to work, are taking taxis or driving their own cars, or it could be about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when everyone gets off work, right? After work, and all of the commuters are heading home. Those are the 2 peak hours of the day. Those times are considered to be rush hour, right? Rush hour. Okay, so it was a really busy time of day. This guy, this man, he was probably on his way to work or getting off of work, and so he was a bit frazzled. In other words, his mind was not really focused. He wasn't really focusing or paying attention, right? He was maybe a bit scatterbrained. His mind was all over the place, we can also say. So I'm not surprised that he misplaced his wallet or dropped it or lost it on the train during rush hour. Let's say level 2 again a few more times at a quick speed, and then we'll level up again. We will add some more blue text and make things even more challenging. Let's do it. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour. Again. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour. Once more. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour. Jumping into level 3, say it with me slowly. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour right after buying groceries. Okay. A picture is being painted. A picture is being painted here. We are understanding the situation more and more, seeing the scenario more clearly. Okay, so this incident, right after he bought groceries, or we could say just after buying groceries, soon after buying groceries, or even moments after, if it was just, a few minutes after he bought groceries. So it happened right away after he bought groceries. We could say after he purchased groceries, after he picked up some groceries, after he grabbed groceries, right? And we know what groceries are as well, don't we? Some food, some supplies, some daily shopping, the necessities that you need. But usually it means food. Eggs, bread, fruit, milk, these sorts of things. All right, let's say this once at a quick speed and then level up to level 4. Keep the pacing going. Keep the tempo going. Keep things moving along. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour right after buying groceries. Level 4, slow speed now with me. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop. Oh, man. Okay, so he got off at the wrong stop. He's on the train, taking the train, we could also say, and he got off the train in the wrong place, or at the wrong place, at the incorrect station. Maybe he missed his stop, right? He was on the train for too long. He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't focused. He was distracted. And then he missed his stop. It went past him. Now, keep in mind that there is a difference between these two things. If you get off at the wrong stop, maybe you mistakenly thought the stop you got off at was the right stop. But if you miss your stop, maybe you're still on the train, you're scrolling on your phone, you look up, you realize you already passed your station, your stop. So basically, if you get off at the wrong stop, you're off the train for sure. But if you miss your stop, you might still be on the train. Seems like this guy is having a really hectic day. A really hectic day. We could also say a really chaotic day, a really messy day. Yeah, he's really disorganized. He loses his wallet. He's out trying to buy groceries, but then he gets off at the wrong stop. Seems really stressful, right? So hectic, chaotic, messy, crazy. These all kind of mean the same thing. Let's read level 4 once more at a quick speed and then keep things moving. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop. Level 5, we're already halfway there, guys. Keep pushing, keep training that speaking muscle. Let's go in slowly now. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated. Yeah, okay, so how is he feeling? He's feeling tired. He's feeling frustrated. We could also say he's getting tired, becoming tired, growing tired, gradually starting to feel tired and frustrated. Now look at all of these different ways of saying tired: exhausted, worn out, drained, wiped out, pooped, beat. These all mean the same thing. They mean you are not just tired, you are very tired. Then we have frustrated. Yeah, what are some other ways of saying frustrated? Maybe annoyed, irritated, upset. I would add another one in: irked. Irked. If you're feeling irked, you're just kind of angry. Although I have to be honest, if it were me in this man's position, me in his shoes, and I lost my wallet and I had to go out and do all this shopping, and then, I got off at the wrong stop, I would be feeling a bit more than just annoyed. I would probably be angry, or really angry at that point. So I actually think this guy is keeping his cool, or keeping it all together, holding it all together. He's not making it a big deal. He's not blowing up and getting really angry and yelling and making a scene, right? He's keeping it together. He's playing it cool, even though he's feeling tired and, of course, frustrated. All right, let's say level 5 together at a quick speed and then keep things moving. Are you ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated. All right, take a look at level 6 here. This is starting to get pretty challenging, right? Let's do a slow read together. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home. Oh no, it just keeps getting worse for this poor man, this poor guy. He didn't even realize that he had lost his wallet until when? Until he got home, or until he was already home. Yeah, he didn't realize until then. He didn't notice until then. In other words, he didn't figure this out until he was home. He didn't discover that his wallet was missing until he had already made it home. We could also say, yeah, by the time he realized his wallet was gone, he'd already made it home. Let's say this together at a quick speed and then keep on moving. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home. Level 7, keep pushing. We're getting really close, guys. Slow read. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys. All right, so this guy reached into his bag. was looking for his keys. There are a lot of different ways we could say reached into a bag. We could say he was digging through his bag, or he dug through his bag. He searched through it. He sifted through it, kind of pushing things aside. If you sift through something, sort of moving things aside, looking for something in particular. Or we can say he went through his bag. This is a big mess, a big disaster, right? I've definitely been there many times with my AirPods. I seem to be misplacing my AirPods constantly, or all the time, right? And every time I do, I have to go and dig through my backpack, search through my bedroom, sift through all of my electronics. I have to go through everything in order to find them again. What about you guys? Are you always misplacing things? Are you a little scatterbrained like me? Or are you generally pretty organized? Let me know down in the comments. Quick speed, then we'll level up to level 8. Are you ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys. Yeah, really notice how I'm blending those H sounds, guys. I don't say them at all. Lost his wallet, right? And he didn't even realize it, right? Until he, I'm not pronouncing the H, I'm not saying and he, until he. Now, of course, you can do that, but a lot of native speakers get a little bit lazy with these hard H sounds. We skip right over them, right? And he didn't even realize until he, right? And reached into his, I don't say into his bag, for his keys. I don't say for his keys. Takes too much energy, takes too much effort. I say for his keys, Just a little tip that will help you sound even more native. Level 8, don't quit on me now. Don't give up now. Let's do a medium speed read. Let's pick it up just a little bit. Here we go. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys, only to find an empty pocket. He's reaching into his bag, expecting his keys, expecting his wallet, only to find what? What is he met with? He's met with an empty pocket. Only to find, right? He was expecting this, but he reached in and found something else. Only to find he reached in just to discover, just to be met with, or only to discover, only to be met with something else. Quick speed, and then we'll level up again. Let's do it. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys, only to find an empty pocket. Only to find. Listen to how I blend those words together. Only to find. Only to find, only to find, only to find an empty pocket. Only 2 levels to go. Medium speed read. Let's do it. A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated, and he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys, only to find an empty pocket and his stomach dropped. Love this expression. Really great expression to use if you can't believe what you're seeing, what you're experiencing in a bad way, right? Okay, so his heart sank, we could also say. He was looking for his wallet. He couldn't find it, Oh, his heart sank. We could say panic set in. In other words, he began to panic, right? He felt sick or sick to his stomach, sick with worry, we could also say. Or he was worried sick. He was worried sick. Here's my personal favorite. His heart skipped a beat. It's almost like his heart is going to stop beating. His heart goes, ugh. His heart skipped a beat. So he is shocked, really surprised by this situation in a bad way. Okay, quick speed, and then we'll level up one last time to level 10. Let's do it. Ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated. And he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys, only to find an empty pocket and his stomach dropped. Let's jump right to the blue text here, okay, with me. Until someone knocked on his door that evening, holding the wallet and smiling, saying, I think this belongs to you. Hey, we've got a happy ending to today's super sentence. All right, we have a good Samaritan, a good Samaritan, a good upstanding citizen, somebody doing the right thing, right? We have a good person who found his wallet, must have found his ID card in the wallet, looked him up, found his address, came all the way to his house to hand deliver the lost wallet to him. What a nice guy. What an incredible act of kindness. So this stranger, this friendly stranger, knocked on his door, right? Knocked on his door. Well, there are a couple different ways of describing that, depending on how a person knocks. You can knock very lightly, maybe even with one finger, a tap, 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 tap on the door, okay? You can rap. Usually, I think of rapping as being kind of quick, right? Rapping on a door, or you can bang on a door. Kung, 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 kung. Pound on a door, right? Bang or pound on a door. Kung, kung, kung. If you really want to get someone's attention or if you're really angry, something like that. But this guy knocked normally on the door. The man opened the door, saw this stranger, and saw that he was smiling or grinning or beaming even. If your face is really lit up with a smile, it's almost like it's giving off sunlight, right? We can say like the sun is beaming in the sky. It's so bright. Well, if you're really smiling, a big smile, we can say you are beaming, right? So anyway, all that's to say, the guy knocks on his door. He's got a friendly smile on his face, and he returns the lost wallet. Okay, here's the final test. Can we say this massive super sentence together one final time? Let's do it at a medium speed, all right? Take a deep breath and let's give it a try. Are you ready? A man lost his wallet on the train during rush hour, right after buying groceries and getting off at the wrong stop, feeling tired and frustrated. And he didn't even realize it was gone until he got home and reached into his bag for his keys, only to find an empty pocket and his stomach dropped. Until someone knocked on his door that evening, holding the wallet and smiling, saying, I think this belongs to you.